Evening, everyone. So, my name is Rajiv. So, I'm going to be your trainer for next couple of weeks, maybe. Uh, so, I um, have some good experience in developing applications in different languages like Python, Node, then Kotlin, and I mostly work in domains like Internet of Things and basic ML, machine learning kind of areas. Okay, I do develop web applications and hybrid mobile applications as well. Okay, so I design and develop all these applications, whatever I'm talking about. Okay, and I mostly use Python for the development purpose. Okay, uh, so and I have some good experience in training as well. So I trained non-IT and IT people, and at the same time, I used to train faculty also, like any engineering colleges or any other degree colleges kind of thing. Okay, so we will in this training session. Okay, we'll see, or else I plan this training session to be mostly practical oriented session. Okay, I don't want to just teach you guys, okay, all the theory things and everything. Okay, I try to take some practical examples, like whenever I'm covering a topic, for example, conditions or loops or anything. Okay, I'll try to give some real life example. Okay, whenever I'm discussing that specific topic. Okay, before just going through any other specific topic. Okay, I just want to show you what we are going to cover in this entire session. Okay, if you have any doubts or else if you have any request, okay, please do let me know. Okay, I want to make it as interactive as possible. Okay, it's not like I'm just going to teach you whatever I know and you listen and you don't respond or anything. Okay, you can ask me some questions or else you can make some request as well. Suppose if you want to know a specific topic. Okay, if you have some doubt, you can just reach out to me on WhatsApp or else yeah, during the class itself. So every day we'll have around 1.5 hour session. Okay, maybe from next Monday we'll have that 1.5 hour session. So in that 1.5 hour session, I'll try to cover minimum 50 minutes, or not 50 minutes, more than 50 minutes, like 60 or 70 minutes class. Okay, I'll cover in a particular session, and rest of the class. Okay, I'll leave it for your questions. Okay, any doubts or anything. Okay, we'll try to follow this pattern. And we'll record every session so that if you have any doubts, you can just go through them again, and you can ask me any questions after the class also. Okay, so first let's see the topics that I'm going to cover in this session. Okay, later we'll have some small introduction. Like, I just want to know about the audience also. Okay, I just want to know. So this is the course structure or else curriculum that I have with me, that I'm following for past few training sessions. Okay, uh, so in the module, I've separated it into different modules. Okay, like module 1, 2, 3 up to module 8, or we have another one also, I believe. One second. Yeah, up to module 10, sorry. So I'm going to start with what is a programming language. Like, from that point, we will see how to install the tools and necessary things for necessary things to get start with the Python development. Okay, then introduction about Python, like what is Python, what are the benefits of Python, what are the where we can use Python in the job, and how what kind of jobs we get if we learn Python. These kind of things we'll start with that. Then first line of program, then different kinds of keywords, operators, uh, other aspects of this particular language. Okay, loops, data types, different data types, conditions, functions, modules, uh, packages or errors in Python, files, how to handle different kinds of files in using Python. Okay, then important concepts like object-oriented programming. Okay, then database integration. This is kind of little advanced. What is that? These are from module 7. I can say these are like little advanced topics. Okay. You have to be very careful while we are discussing that. Okay. Next we'll see. Next we see how to develop a basic API using Python language to interact with your databases. Then we'll see a simple automation program. We'll try to cover that simple automation program. Okay. So this is our syllabus. I hope I have shared this syllabus PDF with you. If you don't have it, let me know. I'll just share it with you guys. Okay. So this is about the course structure, right? Before going through uh, the first initial topics, okay, I just want to see. I just want to know about other or else all the audience that we have today. Okay, can we can we start with anyone here in the group? I see 7 participants except me and Ravi. I see, yeah, 5 participants. Okay, may I know your name and your background, like what do you do? What do you want to learn from this session? Okay, something like that. You don't have to go in detail. Okay, I just want to know your name and your background. That's it. If you're comfortable with that, can we start with? Are you comfortable with that? Right. First of all, you can just send me a text message if you're not comfortable with that. That's okay. I've opened my chat box. You can respond there. Okay. Shalom. Okay. Yeah. Hey. Hello, Shalom. Yeah. Uh, okay. Project management. Great. So you guys have any experience in student doing MS? Okay, great. Mm, anything you want to share, Shalom? Thanks for sharing. It's Salome, I believe. Okay, sorry to mispronounce. Oh, no experience into Python. Okay, great. You're an absolute beginner then. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Um, mm, someone raised the
Yeah,
hand.
looks like Rose has a question. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Rose. Yeah. Are you on? I think you're on mute. Do you have any question, Rose? Okay. Anyone else you want to share, like Beulah or Radhi, Shanjit? Oh, this is Radhi looking for automation process. Okay. Hi, Rose. So, Radhi, you have any experience in Python, or are you an absolute beginner in Python or any programming language? Do you have any programming experience, Salome? Please correct me if I'm mispronouncing your name or anything. Okay. This is Mrudula. Okay. Beginner. Okay. You're also a beginner. Great. Okay. No experience in Python. Thank you. No. Okay. 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 Understood.
Hey, this is Sharon G, and I have no experience in Python.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. We'll start with the, because see, why I'm asking all these questions is like, see, if I know my audience better, okay, I can adjust my pace. Okay. If I have to go a little fast or little slow, I'll try to cover like how in depth, okay, I have to cover a specific topic, something like that. I have to adjust myself according to the audience that I'm uh, training actually in this particular training session. Okay, that's great. I think everyone has shared their info, basic info. I accept Beulah, I believe. That's fine. Like you can just send a text message here, Beulah, whenever whenever you can. Okay, right. Just give me one moment. Okay, I'll just go on mute. See, like today, because this is in intro session or else day one session. Okay, like first 3 days we'll try to adjust ourselves. Like we'll try different uh, ways to communicate with each other. Okay, like during the training session. Okay, so today I'll try to share I'll try to keep it very casual. Like I'll try to say cover different topics like programming or else different languages, the benefits of each language. Okay, how Python is different from each language. These kind of things we'll see. Okay, we'll try to have a conversation kind of thing. You can respond in chat box if you have any questions or else if you have any anything to say, you can just respond in chat or you can unmute yourself and add to the conversation. Okay, you can add to the con. Right. So language, first of all, forget about programming or anything. Language is a medium to convey our uh, messages or else expressions to other people. Okay, other human being or else yeah, mostly other human beings. Okay, like we have different languages like English or Telugu or Hindi or any other language. Okay, uh, if you want to converse with any computer or else a machine, okay, which has some which has some capability of its own, either to perform either to perform a printing action, either to perform a sensing action, okay, either to perform a motor action, something like that. Okay, all these machines, okay, if you want to talk to them, okay, you should have a medium. You should have a medium because all these machines, they can only understand voltage or else current, right? Like they can understand high and low kind of thing. Okay, plus 5 volt or 0 volt, plus 5 volt or 0 volt. All they can understand is this one. Okay, but how you're going to talk to an electronic device? Okay, uh, uh, a machine on an AC or else a refrigerator or something like that. Okay, how you're going to converse with them is you use a specific thing called a programming language, okay, to converse with them. What this programming language on a high level does is it takes your basic or else an high level language like English that I'm using right now. It converts that high level language to a machine understandable language or else a machine understandable code. Let's say just a few seconds back, I told you that okay, a machine in for example, in this case, an AC or a refrigerator or else a TV and any electronic device operates on a specific voltage range. Okay, let's say some 5 volt to 0 volt, something like that. Okay, either high spike or low spike, something like that. Okay, so this thing we have to convert it into digital. We have to convert it into digital. When you convert that high low into digital, all you get is ones and zeros. 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0, something like that. Okay, so this thing we call it as binary. This thing we call it as a binary number. Okay, any number or else any word or else any symbol, what we do is like we convert them into a binary sequence. The binary sequence. Let's say if you have a number called 1, okay, the binary representation of 1 would be 0 1, something like that, 0 0 0 1, something like that. A binary representation of 2 could be 0 0 1 0, something like that. It has some rules for that. We'll see when we reach to that point. Okay, but what I'm trying to say here is If you want to talk to a machine like an AC, refrigerator, or a stabilizer, or anything, okay, all you have to do is you have to find a medium. You have to find a medium which converts your high level language like English into a machine understandable binary code. A machine understandable binary code. All your programming languages, okay, that we are talking about, that we're going to talk about, does the same thing. It does nothing. It does nothing else. Okay, all but it does in different ways. It does in different ways based on the kind of device that you're talking to, based on the different operation that you're going to perform. The language the language may vary. The language may vary. You understand this particular concept that I told you right now? Any questions there? A programming language is just an another language a medium to perform or else to make it happen. The conversation it makes the conversation happen between a human being and an electronic device which can only understand high voltage and low voltage or else ones and zeros. Okay, binary numbers. Okay, that is high level. This is on high level I'm speaking. Okay, on high level I'm speaking. Okay, if you don't have any questions, let's get into the different kinds of languages that we have. Let me share my screen so that I can write down few languages names. Okay. One second. Let me know when you can see my screen. Okay. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes, Raju, it's coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So just now we have seen what is a programming language. Okay, that's what we have seen. Now, what what uh, what programming languages do we have? Anyone has any idea like how many programming languages we have and where we can use them or something like that? Any examples of programming languages?
C, C++, Java,
C, C++, Java. Then
Python.
okay, okay, great. That's fine. Like they are all programming languages. Okay, but before even before C or C++ or anything, okay, we used to have a language called assembly language. Okay, assembly language or machine code or something like that. Then we have this language called C. Okay, then we have a language called C++, C sharp or C hash, then Python, okay, Java, JavaScript, okay, Ruby, and those things are there, but we'll see just few languages. Okay, like okay, if you observe, I have some difference between these three sections. Okay, so languages are of first of all, these are few examples of programming languages that I'm talking about. Okay, these will make sure that whatever instructions that you have in mind, whatever conversation that you have in mind to make it happen with a device, an electronic device, okay, these will make sure, okay, a machine can understand. A machine can understand and perform the action. Okay, what do we do in a conversation? Either we give some information or else either we get some information from others. Okay, like if you are conversing with someone else, okay, if you're conversing with someone else, okay, you either exchange some information, either that information could be either giving an instruction or getting some information from others. Mostly with the electronic devices, okay, like previously whatever electronics devices that we are using, all the time we were giving instructions to them, like okay, turn on the AC, turn on the refrigerator if temperature goes down. Okay, decrease the temperature, adjust the temperature, Suppose if you have a thermostat at your home, okay, you will adjust the temperature for a certain range. So it automatically senses the room temperature. If it feels that it is the humidity is more, okay, it adjusts the temperature, it cools down the temperature or something like that. All these things, okay. Every machine has its own own operation, right? Okay, a machine has to perform some action there, right? This assembly language or C language or Python language will make sure they happen they happen by understanding the instructions that you give to them. Okay, now if you observe, I have different difference between these three things. Okay, there is an assembly language C, then C++, Python, or these things. Okay, languages are of three different kinds. Okay, low level, mid level, then high level. Low level languages mostly deals with in the areas or else mostly required when you need more control over the hardware, more control over the hardware. Like suppose if you want to uh, if you have the control over the memory, if you have control over the registers in a specific electronic device, okay, you use assembly language there. C is a kind of language where it has a low level language capabilities and at the same time high level language. When I say high level, it means a human can easily understand whatever instructions that we are going to give to a specific device. Okay, mostly high level languages are human friendly languages. Okay, they can be understandable by a human very easily. Okay, we can just write it. Writing your it's like writing an essay. Okay, we'll see that even without getting into a programming language concepts, or even without knowing any programming language, let's try to give some instruction, or else let's try to build some instruction set, okay, for another human being. Let's forget about device or anything right now. Let's try to uh, create a scenario where you have to give some instruction to a person. Okay, let's say I have a scenario. Let's say I have a scenario where I have to give instruction to I have to give instruction to a kid, okay, to perform his daily activities. When I say daily activities, okay, those could be getting up bed, brushing his teeth, having breakfast. We'll stop there. Okay, kid to perform, kids to perform. First thing, brushing teeth. Second thing, having breakfast. That's it. I've taken these examples because these are the easiest ones that anyone can uh, understand. Okay, so these are all the instructions that I have with me. Okay, and I am the person who is giving the instructions, and the kid, okay, is kid or other person is the one who is going to perform that instruction. Okay, let's say I'm going to give a name to this guy. Instruction to, let's say, John. Okay, let's keep it very generic. Okay, I'm giving an instruction to John to perform brushing his teeth and having breakfast. That's it. Okay, so when I have to understand, John is very like, how can I say, he's a beginner. Like, he doesn't even know what is brushing teeth or else what is having breakfast. Okay, he doesn't even understand what he has to perform when I give instruction like brush teeth, having breakfast, something like that. Okay, so how you're going to break down these instructions? Like, let's say, for example, brushing teeth. I want to break down this instruction into a detailed instruction kind of thing. Okay, so how I'm going to do that? Do you have any idea? Anyone want to help me here? want to give John an instruction saying that, okay, brush your teeth, something like that. And I'm saying that, okay, John is the person who doesn't even know how to brush his teeth. Example, I'm just saying, okay. This is a scenario where you have to write your instruction set. First of all, if you are not comfortable with this example, just let me know that I can change this example, or else we'll continue with this same example. If you're comfortable with this one, please help me out here, like by just giving your inputs. Okay, I just want to know. Please go ahead. That's okay. Thanks for that confirmation. Okay, like anyone want to help me how to give a detailed instruction to John? Thanks, Rose. You okay? Take brush, add paste. That's good. Anyone else?
And wash the hands before eating.
Okay, okay. Uh, who said it? Is it Rose still?
No, Rohit.
Oh, Rohit. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Anyone else want to give a try?
John, brush your teeth with paste and wash with water.
Okay. Thanks for the input. That's really great. Okay, but I want to add a little more detail to that. I want to add little more detail to that. Okay, so the first instruction is like, okay, I want to say, John, okay, take which brush I want to. I didn't even mention which brush. Okay, assuming that I have different brushes there, or else he doesn't even know what a brush or something like that. Okay, so I want to tell him that, okay, a red color. Okay, I want to mention, John, take red color. Um, what is that? Colgate or something, or Sensodyne, or any kind of any. Let's say X. Okay, the company name is X. Red color X brand brush. Okay, this is the first instruction that I have to give to him. Okay, next, I have to say them, I have to tell him that, okay, John, take white toothpaste. Then John, apply, or else put that paste on the brush. Okay, and perform, or else I can say brush against your teeth or something like, move the brush against your teeth up and down for 3 minutes, and wash your face and brush. That's it. Okay, this is the instruction set that I have to give to him. Okay, first of all, you understand this one. Okay, whatever instructions that you have given, those are great. Okay, but I want to add a little more detail to that. As I told you, John doesn't even know few things. Okay, so I have given a specific instruction, a clear, at least I'm thinking that, okay, I've given a clear instruction to him saying that, okay, take this X brand red colored toothpaste, then a toothpaste called Y, something like that, and put it on your paste and uh, sorry, put it on the brush and move against your teeth up and down for 3 minutes. I'm just telling him that, okay, how many minutes that he has to perform that action also. I'm just giving a certain time period for him. Okay, and I'm saying that, okay, after that, what you have to do, wash your face and clean it, and just put it back in a rack, or else I can just tell him that, or else I can just stop the instruction here itself. He will perform till this point. Okay, but do you see any difficulty here understanding this instruction? First of all, if I give this instruction like this, without any commas, without any full stop, for a person, I understand, not even a machine. If I give this instruction for a person, will he able to understand this instruction? First of all, Do you see any difficulty here? If I give this instruction to a kid, a 6-year-old kid or a 5-year-old kid, will he able to understand this one? Whatever language, like either Telugu or English or any language. Can he understand if I don't give any full stop, comma, exclamation mark or something like that? Any kind of expression related things. Okay, if I don't give him, okay. Can he understand this one?
Of course, I think so. Because that's not a big deal for the full stop and all these things.
Okay.
That's a basic language, so he can understand.
Okay, that's your opinion. Okay, great.
Yeah,
Thanks for that.
yeah, that
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else?
Yeah, I don't think he can understand without the comma or full stop.
Okay. Why do you think so?
Because there should be some meaning to the sentence, I think.
Okay. Okay. We have to adhere. Like my opinion, he might understand or else he may not understand this instruction. Okay. But if you follow the English language rules or else the language set by the is set in the in English language, okay, because we are using the language called English here. If we use the rules that we when we are giving the instruction or else when we're giving the instruction in English, okay, if we follow the rules, the follow the rules means like giving comma or full stop, whatever rules that this language has, okay, then we will make the instruction even more even better actually, okay, even better. Okay, as Beulah said, okay, he might understand because it's a basic thing, it's a basic instruction that we are giving here. Suppose if you are giving a complex instruction, assume that, okay, where exclamation mark or else where a full stop, where a comma is necessary there. If you don't have a comma there, okay, he might perform a totally different action. Okay, whatever we intended to do, it might not happen there because of we missed a comma there or else we missed a full stop there. We didn't follow the rules when we are giving the instruction there. Okay, so what I mean to say here is the instruction is ready with us right now, but it is not in a better it is not following the rules of the specific language. It is not following the rules of a specific language. Let's say if I define this language something like this, okay, John, take red color brand brush. If I'm giving a full stop here, which means I'm just trying to tell him that, okay, that's the first instruction that you have to perform. After this, you take a pause, something like that. John, take white toothpaste. Okay, you take this one. You take this brush, then you take this toothpaste Y. Then John, put the paste on the brush. Okay, put it on the brush. Okay, move the brush against your teeth up and down for 3 minutes. Okay, and wash your face with brush or something like that. Assume this is the instruction set that I'm giving. Okay, it is little clear for me right now. Okay, little clear. I'm not saying it is super clear for a person. Okay, it might even now he might even understand it or he might not even understand it. Let's try to make it even more clear. Okay, let's try to make it even more clear here. Okay, move the brush against your teeth. If I say for 3 minutes, for 3 minutes, move your brush against your teeth up and down, something like that. Okay, so I'm trying to do something here. Okay, I want to give an instruction for a certain period of time. I want to give an instruction for a certain period of time, and that period of time I have defined here. What is that period of time? For 3 minutes. Okay, and that instruction instead of giving it, or else instead of starting it from here, I just started with a space, some kind of space. Okay, so when I'm reading the instruction, let's say I'm going to read like this. Okay, first of all, okay, take a brush, take the toothpaste, then put it on the paste. So put it on the brush, something like that. Okay, next, hold on here. I have some instruction, okay, which is meant to perform for 3 minutes. Okay, then what is that instruction? Okay, it started with a space or something like that, which means this particular instruction, belongs to this specific time period, or else it has to happen within this period. Okay, within this period. After this, you don't have to perform anything. After this, you don't have to perform. After 3 minutes, you don't have to perform. After 3 minutes, you can just perform another next new instruction, something like that. Okay, so next, suppose if I want to add a condition here, something like, okay, let's say if you don't see any like after this, okay, what kind of condition we can add here? Mm, 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 mm. Suppose if you don't see any toothpaste called Y, okay, assume, I'm just saying, if you don't see any toothpaste called Y, if he has, okay, let's not make this complex right now, but did you understand the context here? At least whatever I'm trying to cover here, okay, did you understand the context here? We have different kinds of instructions here. Okay, those are pretty straightforward instructions. Take something, do something, but along with this straightforward instructions, I have a time bounded instruction here also. So these are called as looped actions. Okay, which is nothing but loop actions when it comes to a programming language. Okay, there is a concept called loops. Okay, there is a concept called loops in programming, which we can refer to this kind of example in real life. Okay, suppose if you observe, I'm using John every time. For every instruction. Let's say here also, I'm using John every time in every instruction. I want to repeat the same instruction set for Mark as well. There I have another person called Mark. What I have to do now? I want to send this instruction set to Mark also. Do I have to write all these instructions again for Mark? If I'm a complete beginner, or else if I'm an absolute beginner, I'll do the same thing. I'll just copy paste this instruction. And I'll replace this John with Mark. Okay, I'll do something like this. Okay, but what we are doing here is we are repeating the instructions for how many numbers, how many our devices, or else how many our people that we are going to talk to, or else that we're going to give this instruction. We are going to repeat the same instruction again and again for them as well. Okay, to avoid this in programming concepts, okay, we can introduce a concept called variables. I can store, or else I can say, I can store a specific, or else I can initiate saying that, okay, person 1, or else kid 1. I can take kid 1. Okay, I can give a name called John. Okay, so now I can just give, or else I can just replace this John with kid 1, or else I can, it's not even kid 1. Okay, I can just say kid. Okay, so this is the concept of using variables in your instruction. Using variables. Variable is nothing but a placeholder for you in the instruction. This placeholder can change, can vary based on that for that instance. For that instance, in this instance, the kid variable holds the value called John. Okay. In the next instance, I can change this value to Mark. Now my instruction set has completely changed to a value called Mark. Now I'm giving instruction to the person called Mark or the device called Mark here, right? So we have covered three things here. Giving a straightforward instruction, like let's say, do something, okay, execute this operation. Next concept that we have covered here is do this operation or else perform this action for 3 minutes, a looped action. We perform or we move our brush against our teeth up and down for 3 minutes. Okay, we are counting. Okay, 1, 2, 3, something like 3 more minutes. We have to perform the same instruction again and again and again, unless we finish that 3 minutes. After we finish the 3 minutes itself, we will cover this instruction called wash your face and brush or something like that. Okay, the next concept that we have learned or else we are trying to see here is using the concept of placeholders. Okay, the concept of placeholder, nothing but variables here. Variable is a thing which holds a value for that instance. Okay, in the previous instance, it used to be John. In this previous instance, it used to be John, but now we made it as Mark. We made it as Mark. Another thing we can do here is, okay, let's say I want to add the brush also. I want to take the brush also as a variable, because John will use a different brush and Mark will use a different brush. They don't use the same brush, right? I can just take this red color X, something like that, as a value, and I can replace this with this brush. I can replace this with brush, right? I can take this toothpaste also, this white toothpaste also as a variable, okay, as a variable. Okay, I can just say, yeah, y, something like that, and I can give toothpaste, something like that. Okay, and maybe John likes to brush 3 minutes, whereas Mark likes to brush for 4 minutes, something like that, or 2 minutes. Okay, and I want to take that value also as a variable for each. I want to keep it different for each device. Okay, so for I want to mention, okay, for time. Okay, I want to give time equals to 3 here. Okay, I want to take this three also as a variable here. Okay, so for in this instance, okay, like let's say this is you're talking about Mark, right? Okay, his instruction set is, or else for his instruction set, the values would look like this. Okay, now the instruction set has changed for Mark. Okay, so Mark, take, now the brush value is green color X brand, something like that. Mark, take green color X brand brush. Okay, then Mark, take Z toothpaste. Then Mark something else. It goes on something like that for 4 minutes. For 4 minutes, move the brush again and so on. So the followed by instruction. Okay, suppose if I want to create, okay, if I have this concept of variable, okay, I can use the same instruction. I can use the same instruction set again and again for n number of people here. For n number of people here. For this purpose, okay, we use variables. Okay, we by taking the help of variables, okay, we can have the same instruction repeated for different devices. Okay, that's the importance of having variables. And if you observe the variable is the variable's variable value is of different types. Here we used to have a word. Okay. Here we have a sentence. Here we have a character. Here we have an integer, or else we have a number. Forget about integer or anything. We have a number here. Here we have a word. Here we have a sentence. Here we have a character, and here we have a number. By observation, you can say that, okay, every variable, or else in a programming language, the variable can hold different types of data. What are the different data type with different types of data? We'll see the concept. We'll see the concept when we are like discussing more about that data types. But all you have to understand right now is there is a thing called variable, and it can hold different types of data in to perform, or else to use the same instructions for different instances, or else for different persons, or for different devices, or something like that. Okay, so this is the concept of variables. This is the concept of variables in any language. See, right now I'm not discussing about any specific language. If you observe, I never mentioned about, okay, in Python this is what happens, in C this is what happens, in JavaScript this is what happens. Right now we are just talking about the programming language in general, the concepts of programming language in general. Okay, we have taken a simple scenario, a real life scenario. We try to create an instruction set for that scenario, and we try to relate that instruction set, whatever we have created, to the programming language concepts that we have. Okay, by relating it to the real world examples. Okay, the first thing we make sure is it followed, or else whatever instruction that we have given followed the rules that defined by that language. First thing we made sure that one, whether we what is that, we followed those rules or not. That is what we made sure. Okay, when it comes to the programming language also, we have to do the same thing. We have to always follow the rules defined by that language. Then we try to add the different concepts that we have in that language. For example, we have created a straightforward instruction. We have created a time bounded instruction. Okay, we have added variables with the different types of data inside this instruction. We have embedded that variables inside a specific instruction. Okay, so that's what we have done so far. Let's say if you want to have breakfast, let's try to add the breakfast instruction also to this one. Okay, suppose I want to keep it very general. Okay, like, okay, kids have okay, one second. Assume that, okay, bread and jam. Okay, but I don't have every day bread and jam. Okay, I don't have every day bread and jam. Okay, I have bread and jam on Monday, Tuesday, Monday. Rest of the days I have omelette or something. Okay, something like this. Okay, I can give either these instructions. I can give either these instructions. Okay, eat, something like this, eat. So I have a scenario where I have to decide whether to give bread and jam instruction or omelette instruction, eating omelette instruction, assuming that. Okay, so bread and jam I will give usually, as a parent, I'll give usually on Monday, Wednesday and Tuesday. Assume that. Okay, on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. The other rest of the days, okay, he can eat omelette or something. So I have to decide right now when to give what instruction. I have to decide. So these kind of instructions, I call them as conditional instructions. conditional based instructions. Okay, when I meet a specific instruction, when I meet a specific instruction, when I meet a specific condition, then only I give this instruction, or else I'll give another complete different instruction. So these are all called as conditional statements, or else these are all called as conditional instructions. So in my scenario, my condition statement is if, okay, my condition statement usually starts, okay, or else let's do something like this. On Monday, don't use if or anything. On Monday, on Monday, okay, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, okay, I want to give this bread and jam instruction. Okay, so, but I want to keep it to this specific condition only. I want to keep this instruction to this specific instruction. So I will give, or else I will separate this instruction from the rest of the straightforward instruction that I have here. Okay, so that's why I am keeping this instruction with a space, and I made sure that this comes under this condition statement that I have defined. Okay, next on Thursday, okay, on Friday, on Saturday, something, I will say, I will give this instruction. So whenever in the sequence, in the code execution sequence, okay, the sequence follows like this. Okay, it follows like this. Every instruction, okay, every instruction will happen one at a time. Every instruction will happen one at a time. After this, something like that. So when we reach to this point, like line number 40 here, we will check first of all whether it is Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. If it is either any of these days, okay, we give this instruction. Or next we'll check, okay, if it is Thursday, Friday or Saturday, we will give this instruction. Okay, so we have seen another concept called conditional based executing your instructions in programming languages. These are called conditions in any programming language. These are called conditions in any programming language. Let's say in your exam, in your home itself, you set your thermostat temperature. You automatically set it for a specific temperature. Okay, like 23 Fahrenheit, 74, something like that. I don't know the actual values, but I'm just giving you an example. Suppose like 74, 75, if you set it to that temperature, okay, every time your processor or else your thermostat processor checks for the temperature of your room, and it has a limit. Right now you have set it for 74 example. You have given the value, yourself. Okay, it has taken the input from you. Okay, and it will check with the room temperature. It will compare with your room temperature. If my room temperature greater than or equal to 74 or less than or equal to 74, adjust your temperature, perform this adjusting temperature sequence or something like that. Else you do nothing. That's what happens there. Those are all conditional based executions or conditional based statements, right? Previously, as I was actually talking to you before, okay, programming languages previously, we used to give instructions to all the devices like thermostat here, AC, turn on the AC, increase the temperature, decrease the temperature, put on swing mode, okay, or else set a sleep timer. All these are instructions given by you, okay, to a device. But in recent days, if you observe the rise of all these AI or anything, okay, it started with Alexa or something. Like now devices giving you some information also, like devices giving you some like we used to have conversation, like a real-time conversations with the device. Okay, it evolved to that level right now. Okay, it's no more like just simply giving an instruction. Okay, we are able to make a conversation. The device itself is understanding the context of our conversation and is trying to give all the inputs or else all the possible conversations that can happen for that statement. Okay, it is giving you all the options there, right? So all these can be achieved by learning programming language. Okay, the programming language, as I said, our interest is learning Python here, right? So Python is the easiest one, yet the most popular and yet most advanced language that we have in the market right now. If you learn Python, right now, I assume you can understand a mid-level language like C. You can understand other languages also at the same time, because Python has a very how can I say, readable code. You can write very readable code. Even as a beginner, you can understand. Okay, if you understand the basic concepts of programming language, you can just go through the code and you can say, okay, this is what might happen if you execute this set of instructions. Okay, that is the greatness of Python. Okay, Python, it's been in the market like from more than 30 years. It was invented in 1991. Okay, it's more than 30 years. Okay, it's still strong and it's building strong. Okay, it has great community support and it has great modules or packages or libraries available in the market, with which you can perform most advanced operations like building a machine learning model, building a TensorFlow model, an AI chatbot kind of thing. An API. API means application programming interface. Okay, where you can talk to your backend servers, where you can create your own GUI. Okay, if you are an enthusiast, okay, you can either build your own automation projects yourself also. You don't have to build an enterprise application. If you learn Python, if you know little understanding of electronics, you can automate your home. You can automate your garage door. Whenever you're entering into your home, you can just set your garage door open before you enter into that parking lane or something like that. You can write your own code to adjust your thermostat. You can write your own code to adjust your temperature at your home. Okay, you can write your own code to monitor something at your home. Like you can access CC cameras of your home, wherever from your office or any place. So we can achieve all these things by just learning just one language. Okay, if you take any other language like JavaScript or C or anything, they have a specific, their advantage is like, if you learn C, you can master C and you can just perform few operations only, or else you can develop few applications itself. Okay, if you learn JavaScript, you can learn only front end related things. Front end related means the GUI, the application, the web application only you can develop. Whereas if you learn Python, you can develop GUI. GUI means graphical user interface, the one with which you talk to, like clicks, scrolls, select, all these things. We can call it as GUI. Okay, you can develop that. You can develop an application to interact with any IoT device, simple machine learning model to predict something, to analyze something. All these can be achieved if you have a good enough understanding in Python language. Okay, so today we have covered just the language basics. That's it. Just the programming language basics. We haven't even entered into Python and its specifics. Okay, so tomorrow we'll try to see the language called Python. Okay, like we'll try to understand the different concepts that we have in Python. And yeah, that's it. I think we'll stop for today. If you have, if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask me right now. With this, in the so far covered class, okay, because you guys are beginners, okay, if you have any difficulty understanding basic concepts, not the Python. Okay, not. We haven't even talked about it as of now. Okay, but you can just ask me any questions that we have covered so far, or any specific questions related to Python. Also, you can ask. Maybe I'll try to answer right now. Anyone has any questions or any doubts or anything to say?
So I have a general question. So I just
Sorry?
wanted to know, since I am from a medical background, so will it be like easy for me to learn the Python, or how is it? Is it hard? What do you think generally?
Okay. So you're from a medical. You're saying that you're sorry. It was little.
Yeah, I am from a medical background, so I have
Okay.
zero knowledge about it.
Okay. But did you understand first of all? Like, okay,
Yes,
if you
I,
ask that
I
question,
did. Yes,
did you understand the whatever I'm trying to say here, the instructions or whatever it is? Like I was telling you from past
yes,
30 minutes, and so you understood, right? So
yes,
this is what we are going to do in the language also, adhering it own rules, it own how can I say, rules and concepts. That's it. The same instruction, if you try to give it to a robot, if you try to give it to a robot, we'll give the same instructions to that robot, assuming robot doesn't know anything. Like if you want to train your kid, like a 3 or 4 year old kid, to brush, what do you tell him? You tell him the same instructions. He doesn't even know what is a brush and what is a toothpaste, right? You give him the same instruction set, whatever I'm trying to give right now. So the same thing, we will with the same instruction set, in a different in a different manner, maybe we will write it there. Okay, you should have little logical skills or else analysis skills kind of thing. That is more than enough to start coding with Python. Okay, so by the end of this class, if you have that analytical thinking capability, little analytical thinking capability, okay, and interest in learning this language, then I can make sure you at least write your own Python code for a specific scenario. Okay, that's what I can say.
okay, thanks.
Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else has this question?
So friends, Rajiv is an amazing teacher. This is our 5th batch, and please get the best out of this, okay? And please share with your friends as well. And if you have any questions, please feel free to do that. This is our platform, and this is very professional platform, okay? Please feel free if you have any question, okay? Do not hesitate.
Yeah, even if I don't know anything, okay, I'm not saying I know 100% of Python, okay. If I say that, I would be a fool, okay. But I'll say that, okay, I'll try to be honest, and I'll try to be honest with you. If I don't know anything, I'll just learn it and try to tell you guys, okay, that there's no shame in that, okay. If you have any questions, any doubts or any project related things, okay, you can just reach me out, okay. We we have done this like before for other batches also. Like, they were still in touch with me, few guys, like they asked me few doubts or few programming related questions, or any project related questions, something like that. Okay.
I
Yeah,
added
like,
him on the Python group as sorry, Rajiv. I added him on the Python group as well, okay? Python 2024.
yeah, I think, yeah, I was there. I was there.
Yeah.
I'm in that group, I think. Yes.
Yeah, I will sort it out by this weekend, Raju. Let's see that
Sure.
how many people are genuinely interested in. So
Sure,
then,
sure.
yeah.
Okay, so there is no pressure right now. Like, you don't have to ask questions in this class itself. Okay, you can if you have any questions, just leave a message there in the group. Maybe I'll try to respond to that. Okay. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, like as I said, tomorrow we'll start with Python, and we'll try to cover the basics of Python, different things. Okay, I'll try to keep it more generic till we get to a point where you have at least where you have some comfort in understanding what we are talking about, the language, or a few concepts of the language. Okay, I'll try to go a little slow. Then we'll try to see, like, we'll try to adjust our pace, like, based on the response that you guys are giving. Okay, I think that's it. Thanks for listening. Thank you so much. Ravi, you have anything to add?
Yeah. So going a little bit slow initially, that is a strategic to consider everyone here. As Raju said that, right? Once everybody is in a comfort zone, like in a good spot, so we can shift the gears. Okay.
Okay, yeah, but I request one thing. Okay, there is a request from my end also. Like, if you are learning this, okay, you have to be fully committed to this one, and you have
Yeah.
to practice daily. If you don't practice daily, then it would be difficult actually. Yes, but if you practice daily, like, you don't have to practice hours and hours. Okay, whatever I'm telling you in the class, you just take 1 hour time or half an hour time to go through the class and do some exercise, if I give any exercise there, or else repeat the same code again and again. Try to understand, okay, what we are trying to do there. That's it. That's enough. So practice is the key here, as always. Okay, practice is the only key here. Yeah, that's it. I think, Ravi. I think we can stop the recording.
Oh yeah.